Hello, everyone. The first two games are under our belt of the women's basketball season for UCLA. And let me just say, it did not disappoint. Not just UCLA, but just seeing basketball back in general was so much fun. Would you agree, Kyle?
I would absolutely agree.
So, just quickly, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this little mini episode, kind of like a little tweener. I don't know. Um, how did our first two games go? Do you want to? Well, first let's go to our little roster. It
Our
was
little
in
roster
action.
here. Oh, there we go.
There we
They posted
are.
this picture before that game on Monday, and I was sat
We
immediately.
were ready to go. It
Face cards, never declining.
no decline, no max credit card limit on those face cards. Um, yeah, I mean every single player played except Sienna, who is still out with an injury, but every single one of these players played.
And Tamia.
Um, and Tamia as well. Sorry, Tamia. Um, yeah, Tamia didn't play it either. But it was really fun. Do we want to go right into the first game? Just do a quick recap of the first
Yeah,
two games.
sure. All right. So we've got some final scores up here. Um, that opener versus San Diego State. I, upon first watch, I think I was a little disappointed in the way we performed. But I rewatched later that evening, um, and I actually thought it was better than I did on the first time around.
Yeah, I did not rewatch. I'll be totally frank with you. Um, what were your biggest takeaways initially? Just don't, if you can, the best you can, try not to factor in the rewatch. Just initially, what were your biggest takeaways?
Right after the game, I have to say, I think there was a lot of really positive things actually, and then they were outweighed a little bit by some negative things that happened in the game. Like, I think there were some really promising defensive possessions in that game where we showed a really nice understanding of this new defensive scheme we were trying to run with all these complicated switches and things like that.
Mhm.
And sometimes we just got a little too caught up in that. And that's what led to San Diego State racking up their score so much, I think, and us not quite being able to get there. But we still won the game. We came out on top. We didn't quite play like a team. Game one would be my other thought. I think it was a lot of individual performances of greatness, and it wasn't so much like combined greatness.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, you talk about the switches. I think those miscommunications on switches led to 10 San Diego State threes that they made. They shot a 40% from the three, and I know Corey is going to tell the team, or did. We already know that she did because we'll go to game two in a minute. That's unacceptable. The
And
other team does not shoot 40% from three on you. Kyle, you were going to say something?
yeah, I mean, especially a mid major.
Mhm.
Like,
And also, let's just say so much respect for San Diego State. This is not,
absolutely.
yeah, they're great shooters, great players, but we're UCLA has national championship aspirations. And if the other team shoots 40% on UCLA in a Final Four scenario, that's a good chance we're going to lose that game. Would you agree, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, like, letting a UConn shoot a 40% from three is a totally different thing than letting a San Diego State shoot from three is
That's true.
also, like, a super valid. Like, I think there was just a lot of disappointments. It wasn't quite as good as we wanted to play.
Mhm.
And Corey recognized that. I mean, I started to watch the press conference from game two earlier today, and I didn't quite get to finish it yet. But she said that that practice after game one wasn't fun.
No, I did get a chance to watch that full press conference, and the players said that they didn't mind that it wasn't fun either. You have to love about a team when they know that they didn't play well, and they're okay with a hard practice after it. It's like, okay, time to go, because you didn't. If you're Gianna Neepkins who transferred here for her senior year, you didn't come here to not play your best basketball. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And Corey acknowledged, like, Gianna actually, for all that she missed in game one,
Hmm.
She had the third highest plus minus on the team, and Corey acknowledged that in the post game presser for the San Diego State game. And then the other two top players were Gabs and Charlize, and
Hmm.
both of them had stellar debuts. First of all, Charlize and Gabs.
Agree.
Charlize had 12 points, and Gabs had or 9. No, 20, 15. Haha. I
Yep,
can't
12 and
read the box
15.
score. Um, And quick shout out to Gabs, who's just having a phenomenal season so far. I know it's only been 2 games, but really playing
Oh,
some of her best basketball right now.
she, what, the first three she took in the first game was so incredibly missed. And it was really bad. Ever since then, she's been draining threes the first two games. She was 4 for 7 in the second game and 1 for 3 in the first game, which isn't
Yeah, I
spectacular.
mean, and in that, I mean, do you want to move over to that second game really
Yeah,
quickly?
because I think uh, give me the floor on this one. So, full disclosure, I was at work during this game, so I couldn't watch. I could only listen, and there was a lot of good things to listen to. I was listening to another made shot, another made shot, another made shot, a turn, a steal. It
Yeah,
was so just listening to the game, it felt much better, and then diving into more of the numbers. It was a really clean basketball game that UCLA played in that second game. Would you agree, Kyle?
I would have to agree. I mean, we got a little offensively stagnant in the fourth quarter and weren't quite able to rack that score up as high as maybe some people would have wanted. But that's good for those bench players to get some experience because that would be my number one thing from this game is that we really didn't get any production out of our
Yeah, there
bench.
was, I think, I don't remember because I remember I was listening. I remember at one point they said UCLA has 0 bench points. It was in the third quarter, I think, too. And I was like, really?
I'm
This is,
I
it's just
think
not like,
maybe oh sorry.
no, you go ahead, Kyle.
I think it's possible that all of those bench points came in the fourth quarter.
I think so
Maybe
too.
Lena's came right at the end of the third, but it was late game. I mean, Amanda's were free throws in the fourth quarter. Angela's was a layup, or no, it was
Mhm.
mid range, and it was in the fourth quarter for sure. And Lena's, I don't remember when it was, but those are the only 6 points we got off the bench.
Yeah. And don't get us wrong. We know Sienna Betts and teammate Gardner are sidelined right now with injuries, who are key bench scorers. And
Yeah,
one of them might not even be a bench player,
I mean,
Sienna.
you talk about both of them right there, and you add them into the mix of this starting lineup we've got. That was Lauren, Charlize, Gianna, Gabs, and Kiki for game 2. Kiki had a stellar game.
Great game. One of the
I
best
mean,
as a
20
room.
points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. And to link it back to that Gabs point I was making, the transition there, that cross court pass Kiki had from the right side of the floor all the way over to Gabs in the corner
Right at the beginning.
for the three. Yeah. I mean, it was some really pretty stuff.
Yeah. Three 20-point scorers from this game, which I don't know if UCLA is going to dive into the box scores to find when the last time we had three 20-point scorers in a game is, but it feels like a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to bet it's been at least 7 years or so.
And
I mean, maybe not. We've had some good games,
great.
but
Yeah.
like we got 20 points out of 3 of our starters, and the other 2 combined for 20.
And one of them was not Lauren Betts, the
Lauren
20
Betts,
point scorer.
12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Great game. Really efficient, 5 for 7. And also really improved this year so far. Lauren Betts is, I think, 5 for 5 from the free throw line on the year.
100%. Stop the count.
Stop the count.
Uh, yeah, she hasn't missed a free throw. Um, I think Lauren, I would still, maybe you don't fully agree with this. I would like her to be more aggressive than she's being right now. But she's taking what the defense is giving her and kicking out to her teammates, which shows an immense level of trust in her teammates, which is good at the end of the day.
I would agree there. And I know we talked about this a little bit, not here, but just between us. I kind of think it might be a little strategic. I mean, Lauren had a really good game one for about 20 points or so. Game two, only 12. And I almost wonder if it was a conversation had with the team where Corey recognizes that, like, in these big games, this wasn't one of them, but we've got a big one coming up. We'll talk about it in a second.
Mhm.
Lauren can't be the only one who shows up.
Agree.
And so if we consistently get used to everyone else stepping up in all the other games, they're going to be ready to step up when we get to those big games. And
Yeah,
Lauren is already ready to step up. And so if she challenges her teammates by passing out to them rather than just finishing like she's used to, we're going to be so much better prepared when it comes to those big games.
I agree. And the amount of confidence it instills in her teammates to say a player who Lauren, if she gets in that paint, she's pretty much automatic to say, no, I'm going to kick out to one of my teammates for a three. The trust that it shows and the confidence that it should build in that player. Like, she trusts me to knock down this shot and not just go up on her own. That'll be
Yeah.
huge for
I mean,
UCLA going
I know
forward.
we didn't really talk about her yet, but let's talk about Gianna Neepkins yesterday.
Um, every single one, I know she was only 4 for 8. Not only, it was great. It's a great
50% from
percentage.
three, yeah.
Um, I did go back and watch this game because, like I said, I could only listen the first time. Every single one of her threes, I was like, "Oh, that's in." And then sometimes it'd be a little too strong and bounce off the back iron or something. But I was like, "It's perfectly online every time."
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
mean, I
mean?
think she had two roll around the rim and then pop out.
She, it. I don't feel, Kyle. Correct me if you feel the same or differently. It feels like there's no feeling out period of how I'm going to fit into this offense. It feels like she's already here.
I would
It,
agree. And, you know, I love the confidence she has in her decision making. There were a couple times where she was open on that 3 point line and she caught the ball and she said, no, I'm not going to take it. And she dribbled in and hit a really nice mid range shot.
yeah,
And she's done that a couple times in both games, actually.
she has. Yeah, that little like 8 to 10 footer. She'll
Yeah.
and I know she'll get the ball, she'll pump fake, get the defender, and then dribble. It's really nice. It's she's really a 3 level scorer.
Oh,
And
absolutely. I mean, she's 50, 40, 90
50, 40, 90.
last year. Not quite this year yet. That first game, 1 for 8. So, but I'm sure we'll get there. She had a 50% game here from three, so that's more than 40. And her defense is so much better than I expected it to be. Not that I thought she was a bad defender, but like you watched her in those games this summer with like Team USA, and she really struggled with the physicality of some of those international players on offense for her and defending them a little bit on the other end of the floor.
Hmm. Well, should we talk about a team that could maybe put that to the test? That
Absolutely.
defense
And
to
one
the
of
test.
Gianna's teammates on that summer team, Miss Reagan Beers, is playing for Oklahoma in this next game we have Monday, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central Time. Or no, 9:30. Ha, I can't read. Again, sorry. 9:30 Central Time. 10:30
You're fine.
Eastern. Late one for you.
Yeah. The schedule came out. I'm on the East Coast for those of you who do not know. Um, the schedule came out and I was like, Kyle, all of these non-conference games are like 11 o'clock my time, but it's fine.
And I
Uh,
said, you literally don't go to bed before 2 a.m.
he's right. He's right. So, um, okay.
Um, well, let's move over and look at the starting lineups, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's absolutely. All right. So, okay. So this is going to be, first of all, top six as of now. The new poll will come out on Monday, but as of now, it's a top six matchup.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
should we go position for position, Kyle?
I think it's going to be a top five matchup. Duke is going to no, Duke is below them in
Oh,
the AP. I was too high on Duke. We got to mention that too.
did being a Duke denier pay off?
First of all, I apologize to the entire world for the nastiness of having that game represent us overseas in
Yeah.
France to open game one.
Yeah.
Foul basketball was played over there.
All right.
Anyway, a little off topic. Sorry, everyone. But
Should we go position for position? Kind of
yeah,
compare.
and quick shout out to our graphics department, who's not our graphics, but UCLA's. They're killing it with that starting lineup graphic.
That is looks great.
I saw the
Looks
first
great.
one come out for game one. I said, "What is this sleigh?"
No, if you were going to sign a winner on graphics alone, UCLA is going to win this game by double digits.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
Do you want to talk about Oklahoma's starters first or ours?
I think it would be fun if we did position for position. So
Okay, sure.
point guard, shooting guard, shooting guard. All right. So point guard, Aaliyah Chavez. I'll. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, UCLA was in Aaliyah Chavez's top five, top three. Cobb, what was it?
I think it was down to so we were in her final three basically because it was USC, LSU, UCLA, South Carolina, Texas, and Oklahoma.
Hmm.
Maybe it was top four in the end, and the top four was UCLA,
Texas
South
Tech was in there.
Carolina, Texas, and Oklahoma.
Yeah. So she very nearly she was considering UCLA, uh, but so it will be an Aaliyah Chavez, the point guard of the future
I'm
potentially, versus Kiki
well,
Rice.
we'll see if she. Well, I don't know. Actually, I might have a point of contention there.
Oh, you don't think that she's going to be the point guard?
I will. I think Kiki's just playing a little more shooting guard for us at the moment,
Oh, I
and so I
see.
think Charlize might be the matchup with
You're
Chavez,
saying the matchup was with Charlize. Got it.
possibly. But I could see. I think they'll switch quite a bit actually, and like we'll see that matchup for sure.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised to start if it's Charlize and Kiki has Van.
So where would you put the advantage for? Let's give it to Charlize for UCLA's point guard. Are you giving it to
I think
Chavez?
offensively, Chavez has a little bit more in her bag than Charlize at the
Agree.
moment, at least. Charlize is still coming back from that ACL injury, getting used to playing again. Even though it was almost 2 years ago at this point, she really has only played two basketball games since then.
Agree.
And Chavez has only played one in college, but she scored 16 points in her debut. That's
She
nothing to
did.
scoff at.
No. It was on a number of shots. I have it right here actually. It was on 18 shots. So it's a lot of shots. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma's issue in this game is going to be if they can shoot it efficiently, then they're going to be able to keep up with us, I think.
Agree. Um,
Move over to Van versus Rice.
Van versus Rice.
Yeah, I would give this one to Kiki.
I think it's a runaway train for
Yeah,
Kiki.
and Kiki is playing some of her best basketball, as we mentioned right now. So, I think Kiki's going to be a really hard one to stop for Van. And Kiki's defense is lockdown sometimes.
And I will say Zaya Van fouled out of the game in 16 minutes of play.
Ooh.
In their first game. And Kiki's a driver. We know this. If she fouls Kiki on drives, oh, it's going to be a long night for Oklahoma.
Yeah, Juju Watkins going to possess Kiki on those drives.
Everything's a foul.
Get to the rim, get to the
Um,
line.
so I'd give that one to Kiki every day. Like that's a clear advantage.
What I wouldn't give to either one of them, Peyton Verhulst versus Gianna Neepkins is a toss up if I've ever seen one.
Have you Kyle? You know the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other, and
Yeah.
then they're the same person.
Uh huh.
It's Kiki Rice and I'm sorry, it's Peyton Burles and Gianna Newkins. They're the same
Knockdown
player.
shooters.
Yep, they're like that 6'3", 2, who maybe struggles a little bit on defense. Generally, I know Gianna played great on defense the last couple of games, but just pure scorers. Um, and they
Yeah.
kind of look alike, Kyle. Am I wrong?
Yeah. And it was down to Oklahoma and UCLA for Gianna when it came down to it for her transfer.
It was. And then Gianna took a look at the roster and say, "Wait, you already have me. I got yeah."
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm giving it to either. Because,
It's really a toss up.
yeah, Peyton.
What did Verhulst shoot? I mean, Oklahoma only shot 3 for 26 from three or something like that
Very poor. Yeah,
in game one. That's, I can tell you right now, if they shoot 3 for 26 against UCLA, they're not going to win that game.
they're not going to win the game. They were 3 for 23 in that
Okay,
game. It
yeah.
was just nobody on the roster made more than 1 3.
Yeah.
It's not good, not good, not good, not good. And one of them was Reagan Beers. So
Okay, girl. Stepping out there. I see it. Hopefully, we'll
stepping
have
out.
someone step out there.
Um, all right, so the four, Sahara Williams versus Gabriela Jaquez, who do you think maybe they start Dugalich in this game, Kyle? Or
Man, we're gonna have a difficult conversation right now.
or about
I
Angela?
Angela Dugalich, I love you, but I need you to play some better basketball than you have been playing these first
It
two
was
games.
so bad, Kyle.
It's virtually unplayable.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a mistake every time she touches the ball almost.
Every time she looks panicked. Every
And
time she,
that's not what she looked like last year. Last year she was playing some of the best basketball I've ever seen her play.
I
A lot
know.
of the year. She had a really great start to the year last year, a lull in the middle, and then came back and was pretty consistent near the end. Not quite the numbers she was putting up at the beginning, but really good defense and hit her shots when she needed to.
Agree. And these first two games, I've every time Angela's been on the floor, I've been nervous.
I've been biting my fingers. I've been closing my eyes, quite frankly. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would give the nod to Gabs just because of how Angela has been playing. I mean, what's the height on Williams?
Oh, I do not know her height. I can
I've
look
got
it
it
up
right here.
right.
Oh, I Gabs is totally getting the start. Sahara
She's
Williams is only
5'11".
5'11".
Yeah, I thought she was bigger
I
than
thought
that.
she was taller.
Same.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Gabs then.
I think it'll be Gabs then.
And
Uh,
she can defend that. I would give the edge to Gabs in that matchup with the way she's been playing. She is on a tear right now.
oh, there was a point in the game on Thursday when I was listening, mind you, that I said that I thought to myself, "Is Gabriella Hawkers our best player?"
I love I she I mean uh, looking ahead here a couple months and we're going to have the WNBA draft lottery in like 2 weeks.
Mhm.
There's a world where all five of these starters for UCLA are first round draft picks.
And I would. Can I be vulnerable with you, Kyle, for a second?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm taking. I love Kiki. I love Kiki Rice. I love Kiki. Right now, I'm taking Gabrielle Hawkins over Kiki Rice. Is
I
that crazy?
I think there's not quite enough data there to
Hmm.
really back that one up. There's a world where it can happen if Gabs keeps playing like this all season.
Agree.
But, she's shown consistent growth every year. But so has Kiki.
That was Kiki.
And, Kiki showed a little regression last year, actually, like points per game wise. But that was because of that shoulder injury that's now repaired. And she looks better than ever in these first two games. I mean, she's passing the ball well, seeing the court really well. She isn't quite shooting the three as well yet, like 33% in both of the games so far, so not awful. But she's driving again, and that's going to be really important if this UCLA team wants to win.
Agree. Her drives were the most pivotal thing for me to say, oh, Kiki's playing really good basketball. She's
I would agree.
driving. She's looking to drive too. It's not just like, oh, Lauren's not open, have to drive. It's I have the ball, I'm gonna drive.
And
Uh,
Gabs isn't settling for like weird mid-range shots. She's getting to the rim now
mhm.
and shooting the three really well, as we already mentioned. I
Yeah.
mean, well, should we move over to this last position in this starting lineup?
The five, and name me another five who has the advantage over Lauren Betts. You can't. But if there was one in the
Reagan
country,
Beers.
it might be Reagan Beers. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, the last time these two matched up against each other, Kiki Rice broke Reagan Beers'
broke her
nose.
nose.
So,
Yeah, Kiki Rice said, no, no, we're not playing again.
um, I don't know what to think about this one. There are a lot of interesting factors here. Reagan Beers and Lauren Betts both grew up in Colorado, grew up playing basketball against each other.
Hmm.
Both were five-star recruits out of high school in the same year, went to two schools in the Pac 12, played each other. Lauren transferred, of course, and now Reagan is transferred too. But, I mean, they're seniors now. This is kind of like the ultimate showdown for them.
Yeah. I know this is probably not the case, but I'm gonna be a little messy here. If you're Reagan Beers, you have to be like, Lauren has gotten all the attention as the center in the class when I'm right here doing my thing in the SEC. Do you think there's some sort of I have to prove myself against considered the best center in the class?
Man, I have so much respect for Reagan Beers as a basketball player. I mean, that Oregon State team she was on was so much fun to watch. I mean, she put them on her back and led them all the way to the Elite Eight. And some could say that that's what Lauren did last year for us and took us all the way to the Final Four. I couldn't imagine a more equal matchup, truly. And for Beers, there might be a little bit of a chip on the shoulder there, but I really think these are two friends and maybe a little bit of rivals, but who just want to play some really good basketball against each other, and they'll respect whoever comes out on top.
Do I I remember watching this game when both teams were in the Pac-12. This matchup, I meant, when both of them were in the Pac-12 and being very intrigued about how the refs were going to call the game.
Sure.
And now Pac-12 people remember how ticky-tacky the Pac-12 refs were, but when they met up, it was very ticky-tack. Both of them were in foul trouble in that game. So I think this matchup is going to come down. I think Lauren is the more skilled player. Reagan's more physical. Lauren is more.
And if there's
Uh,
something Lauren struggles with, I'd have to say it's physicality from other bigs. I mean, you look at in those two USC games we lost last year, Clarissa Kamwafo and Kiki Iriafen and Rhea Marshall used all of their fouls against Lauren Betts.
mhm. And you have to think that was part of the game plan too.
Yeah,
Uh,
but specifically, and you look at that Oregon game we played last year. Philly Shea was able to basically shut Lauren down completely.
yeah,
I mean, she's a little bigger than Lauren, sure, but if you can be physical with Lauren, you can keep up with her basically.
yeah. I think for Reagan, not Lauren. Lauren's very disciplined when it comes to fouls, but um, Reagan, it's going to come down to can you stay out of foul trouble against Lauren Beth?
Yeah, I
Because
mean, Reagan's the tallest player they've got on their roster. I mean, they've got Dafa Sissoko, who's the same height. I don't know if I said that right, but as Lauren, she's an international big out of France, but a freshman who's I don't know how many minutes she played in that first game. Um, and that's kind of it to match up with Lauren. And so if Reagan's getting into foul trouble, this could get really ugly really quickly for Oklahoma.
yeah, I agree. It's a good matchup.
It's a
Should we
great
give?
matchup.
Should we
I'm
give?
so excited for this one.
No, it's both teams' biggest game of the year. We've already had a
Well,
top 10 matchup this year,
I mean, I don't
but
know if it's our biggest game of the year. I think it's.
oh, this thus far. I'm sorry, I just
Oh,
meant thus
yeah, yeah.
far.
I mean, this starts the gauntlet for us.
Hmm.
Go to this game, and then we go to Vegas, play USF and North Carolina. E looked fantastic for UNC in their debut.
You did.
Yeah,
You did.
I don't think we'll struggle with North Carolina, but that'll be a tough game regardless. They're a top 15 team. And then we have one game in between, and then we have that nasty gauntlet of Wednesday, Texas, who's looking great.
Texas looks good.
Offensively, much better than they have looked in the past.
Just beat a top 25 Richmond team.
Yeah. So, Texas Wednesday, the winner of South Carolina Duke on Thursday, who, well, maybe not the winner. That's maybe a little arrogant, but if we were to beat Texas, we'd play the winner of South Carolina Duke. If we lose, we play the loser.
One of the two. We'll play
Yeah.
one of the two teams for sure.
And
But
then
let's stick with
3 days later,
Oklahoma.
Tennessee.
Let's give some. We got to do predictions
Sure.
for Oklahoma UCLA. I need score. I need um, winner. I need highest score. I need
Oh
X factor,
God.
Kyle.
That's so much pressure. Man. I mean, we didn't even mention there's a world where this is Sienna Betts' first collegiate basketball game.
That's true. Sienna could come back. Don't deflect, Kyle. Don't deflect.
No, but I
I'm
mean,
only kidding.
notably, she had her boot off yesterday when they played or
Was
not SDSU, but Santa Barbara,
mhm,
and did have the boot on when they played SDSU on Monday. So there has been some change in status there, it would seem.
a bit of progression. Kyle, do you want me to go first? Are you stalling for time?
No. I lean that I think UCLA will win this game.
Okay. Score.
God.
You can give a range if you'd like.
I think we'll hit between 70 and 80.
And what will Oklahoma hit?
Oh, 58.
50. Oh, so you're thinking like a little bit of a blowout then.
I don't know. Maybe like low 70s. Like we love to beat a team by 15.
Oh, we do love that. We were doing that all year last year. We
Last year, every single ranked matchup,
15,
15 points.
15-point win. Yep.
Um,
We're
I don't
gonna
know. I think 15 could be about the range if we were to beat them. I could see the score being a lot higher than that too. Like,
well the way Oklahoma plays.
yeah, I mean, the thing about Oklahoma is defense isn't quite their strong suit. And so, while they have a lot of offensive talent, they've got to play some defense if they want UCLA to stay in the game with them
Yeah.
and
They
not run
play
away.
at such a fast pace, so the score is always higher. Um, that game they played last year against LSU ended like 101 to 100. All right, Kyle, X factor of the game for both teams.
Gabriela Jaquez and Peyton Verhulst.
Oh wow, that's different of you there. You
Well, I
explain.
mean, we have stars, obviously, but Gabs is the X factor for our team, I think.
Hmm.
I kind of think when Sienna's up and running, Sienna's going to take that four spot in the lineup, and Gabs is going to be coming off the bench. And if Gabs can continue to play at this level, coming off the bench, that's what's going to push this team over the edge.
I agree with that. Do you think, and what a better place to be if you're UCLA than to force Corey to have to make a decision to be like which one is playing better, not which one is playing worse, which one is playing better. That'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Okay, all right, here we go. So I think UCLA's going to win the game. Um, I think it's going to be 77 to 73. I think Oklahoma is going to lead. Here's my hot take, Kyle. The majority of the game. The X factor to me is Kiki Rice. Um, I think Kiki is going to dictate the game, her defensively and offensively. And then X factor for Oklahoma, give me the freshman herself, Aaliyah Chavez. If she's on, I think she is going to be. I think Aaliyah Chavez is going to score 30 points against UCLA. That's my hot take.
Ooh,
She's going to score 30 points, and I
if
think they're
she's on,
going.
it could be a long night for us.
I think she's going to score that much, and they're going to lose the game. So that's mine.
What do you think? Like Chavez 30, Beers 20, and everyone else can't get a shot off?
Yep. I don't even think Beers is going to have 20. I think Beers is going to have 3 fouls before the second half.
Ooh.
I'm doing a lot of hot takes. All right.
All right. Well, we'll log those down and see who's right next week, I
Write them
guess.
down and see who's dumb. All right. This is not even like an official episode. It's been just kind of like a regular, like weird, like little in between for Oklahoma. But y'all, you know where to find. So go find them. All right, Kyle. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you soon. All right, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you want to hear about, and give us your predictions for the Oklahoma game. I'd love to
Absolutely.
see those.
Even better. Look at Kyle with the outro.
What was that?
Look at Kyle with the outro.
All right. Well, I'm excited for this game on Monday.
Me too. All right.
All right.
Goodbye.
Well, may the best team win.